Hi, it's about 11 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday, July 24th. Forgive my neighbor's air conditioner. It's too hot for me to keep my windows closed right now, so their air conditioner is going to be loud. And I have some breaking news. Yes, I am up working at 11 o'clock. That's because I was feeling under the weather earlier, and so I'm late getting to filming. And as I've been filming, I got an alert that there is a breaking story about Epstein's Birthday Book. That's that special bound book that apparently the Wall Street Journal has had access to, that Ghislaine Maxwell put together for Epstein's 50th birthday, that had cards and letters from his friends and associates that she bound together in one album. And we heard a couple of days ago, the Wall Street Journal said, oh yeah, Trump contributed a letter for that book where he wished Epstein happy birthday and he drew a picture of a naked woman. The Wall Street Journal claimed that the drawing depicted a woman's breasts and a Donald signature in the place of pubic hair, surrounded by several lines of typewritten text. It included the line, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." Trump responded to these claims from the Wall Street Journal by saying, "I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It's not my language. It's not my words." He also then filed a $20 billion lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal, which of course Rupert Murdoch and Wall Street Journal are vigorously defending. And after Trump made the claim that I never wrote a picture in my life, folks came out of the woodwork to show doodles and drawings that Trump had made. Lots and lots of doodles that he's done over the years. And I made a video earlier today. I was like, Rupert Murdoch, he is fucking gunning for Trump, right? It very much is giving Succession Logan Roy, and the president is the raisin, and Logan Roy can take down the raisin anytime he wants. Sort of feels that way, especially because now there is a breaking story from the Wall Street Journal. Just every day they're going to crank out more about this. It's entitled Jeffrey Epstein's Birthday Book included letters from Bill Clinton and Leon Black. So we're finding out from this reporting that this bound book from 2003 had a table of contents which listed 6 contributors. And there was a section entitled Friends. Remember, Donald Trump is now desperately trying to distance himself from Epstein, despite the fact that Epstein said they were basically best friends, despite the fact that Epstein went to Donald Trump's wedding to Marla Maples, despite the fact that we have lots of documentation, including quotes from Trump himself saying that they were friends, they hung out. There's fucking video footage of them partying together. But Trump wants you to believe now that they weren't that close. We are now finding out that Trump's letter was in the section of this book entitled Friends. Apparently, Bill Clinton's letter was also included in the category of Friends. So again, this is all according to the Wall Street Journal. It is exclusive reporting from them. It's not been confirmed by anybody else that I can find. Haven't found any other sources that have had access to this book or know the details of what's in it. So all of these folks that were friends with Epstein, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Leon Black. There's also other important fashion people. I think Vera Wang is in there. But I really want to focus on the Leon Black element of this, because you may not be super familiar with him. I wasn't until recently. He's a private equity investor. He ran Apollo Global Management, but he was forced to step down after it was found that he paid Jeffrey Epstein $158 million for undisclosed financial services. And this is where I want to really get into this. This is the reason that I know who Leon Black is because my Senator Ron Wyden has been investigating Jeffrey Epstein's financial transactions for like 3 years, and included in those transactions of over $1 billion moved in and out of Epstein's account. Just one account. I don't think his other accounts have been investigated yet. Leon Black's name comes up because he gave Jeffrey Epstein $158 million. And the speculation is that was hush money, that Epstein was bribing people to stay quiet about the fact that they're all diddling kids. So I just want to remind you what my senator said. He is the ranking member on the Senate Finance Committee, which is why he has been investigating financial transactions. So when banks see large sums of money that are transferred in and out, if it's over a certain amount or there's something that looks hinky about it, they are required by law, by the Bank Secrecy Act, to file a SAR, which is a suspicious activity report. Except that the banks didn't do that until after Jeffrey Epstein was arrested and put in prison for trafficking women and girls. Senator Ron Wyden says they were more than 10 years late in filing some of these SARs. They were just going to keep it on the down low until Epstein got arrested. And then they were like, oh shit, They're going to find out that we didn't follow the law. And Epstein survivors sued JP Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank, who did not file their SARs when they should have. And Deutsche Bank had to settle for $75 million, and JP Morgan Chase had to settle for $290 million. Because just think, they waited until 10 years after they should have flagged these transactions. Some of them were more than $100 million. That should be an immediate red flag. 10 years. How many more girls and women did Epstein traffic? How many more women were sexually assaulted, traumatized by Epstein and his friends because these banks waited 10 years to do something, that they didn't do anything until after Epstein was arrested? So my Senator Ron Wyden has been investigating this for quite a while. In fact, he sent a letter. I made a video on this a little bit ago. You can go search it up on my YouTube. He sent a letter to Pam Bondi and said, hey, I gave you all of this financial information. I gave you these bank records. Why are you sitting on them? Why have you not done your duty to investigate? I sent you the results of my investigation back in March, and you're now saying the case is closed.
Treasury's Epstein file details, Mr. President, 4,725 wire transfers. Let me repeat that. 4,725 wire transfers, adding up to nearly $1.1 billion flowing in and out of just one of Mr. Epstein's bank accounts. If you ask me, that is more than 4,000 potential lines of investigation right there. Hundreds of millions more flowed through other accounts. That's even a lot more to investigate. The file shows that Mr. Epstein used multiple Russian banks, which are now under sanctions, to process payments related to sex trafficking.
So Ron Wyden is saying there's more than 4,000 leads. If there's, more than 4,000 transactions, that's 4,000 leads that Pam Bondi is choosing not to investigate. She's saying the case is closed and she's not going to do anything more. Do we not want justice for these women and girls? Isn't that what MAGA wanted? Isn't that the core of what MAGA said they wanted, was justice for Epstein's victims? Because if that's what they want, then we need to have the files released. We need to have the DOJ do due diligence and investigate. Leon Black was sued by the U.S. Virgin Islands and had to pay out $62.5 million in a settlement. And that meant that the Virgin Islands released Black from any current and future legal claims related to Jeffrey Epstein. But don't we want to know if he is guilty? Don't we want him prosecuted if he's guilty? If he was diddling kids, if he was involved in Jeffrey Epstein trafficking and raping women and girls, don't we want to know? Don't we want to know everybody on that list? Are the folks in the book on that list? Who among Jeffrey's friends and acquaintances sent him money over $1 billion to his U.S. Virgin Islands account? Why did they send him vast sums of money? Because Leon Black, he paid out $62.5 million for having sent Jeffrey Epstein $158 million. This is who's running this country, by the way. It's billionaires who can just throw a bunch of money at a problem and get away with sexually assaulting girls, with trafficking girls. This is who Republicans are empowering. This is who Republicans are funneling our taxpayer money up to. So are your tax dollars now going into accounts that the super rich are using to pay off people so that they can traffic little girls? Just think about that. In Trump's America, the super rich are above and outside of the law. Is this the kind of America that we want to live in? I want those bank transactions investigated. I want everybody on the list. I want every name. I don't care if it's Bill Clinton. Every person on that list, every person that Epstein blackmailed, every person that transferred money so that he would keep quiet about what they had done to children, they all need to be revealed. They all need to be prosecuted and face justice. As much as Trump would like us to all forget, and as much as he would like us to pretend that it's a hoax, we know that it's not.